elevator is new as well, man. I don't know if you knew, back in the day, you know, this elevator used to break down on us on a consistent basis, right? So they renovated the elevator as well, man. As you can see, all the padding and everything is new. This is a whole new, this car is brand new, you know, and it's quiet, as you can see, man. This elevator used to jerk, shake, and all that. So so
okay,
here we go.
This is what I know. This was the med line here.
Exactly, that's where it happened at.
We come down here and we get the meds.
That's right. This is where it all happened.
Yeah, this is the original.
Do you actually recall what area? Yeah.
Yep, I was down here.
It was down here. Your bedroom was down there.
Yep. Got the same smell, and the laundry room is over here still?
Yeah, it's still down there. You know, this is the restroom, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
That is the TV room. It's still the TV room.
Okay.
Because we got guys in there right now.
Sure, I understand.
So so this was always the peer's office, right? Yeah, exactly. And this is that infamous laundry room that you're referring to.
Yeah, where is this still open? Yeah, so I remember I was withdrawing and I just couldn't get any heat. So I came in here and the dryer was running and I just curled up next to the dryer and on this
heat to keep you warm.
Yeah, I mean you can feel the heat in here. So when I was sick, it just came in here. Wow. Yeah, man.
Things that we used.
Man.
To just get through.
Just to make it through.
Just
another day.
That's an interesting process, man. I don't think people really understand the withdrawal process, right?
No.
It's one of those processes where you'll do anything to just get the feeling that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You chose to lay up under the dryer just to be warm.
Yeah. Just for a little bit of peace.
That's it.
Just a little bit of peace.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I remember this.
So again, this is more rooms that we have here, but this is the original.
The same colors,
Tuerk house,
the same.
Yeah, so you get to compare the third floor to the second floor.
Yeah.
Significant difference. This is where Tuerk House has come from that point, and this is where Tuerk House is actually leading.
Yeah.
So we're doing bigger and better things. We're doing some major construction down here, as you can see.
It's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
You know, at the time when I was here, 2006, was it, Franz? 2003. At the time when I was here in 2003, I really didn't believe that I was capable of not only getting sober, but staying sober, right? Like I could see it in other people and I believed that it worked, and Guy Leeper, who was my therapist at the time, was a brilliant man, and he met me where I was at, and he didn't talk to me or at me, but with me, and he made me feel like a human being again, something that I was very foreign to. You know, when at that time when people saw me coming, they would cross the street or create some kind of distance between them and myself, because like I didn't serve much of a purpose for anything. And then I came in here and you know, I was just met with people that seemed to understand me. Right? They weren't placing these unrealistic expectations on where I should be or the direction I was headed in. They, you know, I'll never forget the nurse downstairs upon my admittance. She said the craziest thing to me at the time. She simply said, "Sweetheart, how are you doing?" You know how long it had been since someone asked how I was doing?
Clearly.
You know, and that to me at the time was mind-blowing. And I said, the Tuerk House is the place that I belong in.
Exactly.
And I stayed here. I stayed here for the full continuum of care, and I bought into what you guys were selling. You know, and all you guys were selling me was a new way of life that was much better than my old way. That was gonna like actually guarantee me some longevity. And you told me that nothing bad could come from it. And I stayed in it, and I enjoyed it. I embraced it. I leaned into the change. You know, and coming back here today, you know, seeing the significant improvements and changes that you guys are making, it's just such a blessing, because I see and I know firsthand the amount of people that it will help and the lives it will change. Not only from the clients, but from the families' perspectives, the employers' perspectives. You know, everybody's affected by addiction, and if we can if you guys continue to help one person at a time, it ultimately has the ability to change the world.
Yes, it does.
And that's the blessing in the whole thing. So coming back here today and getting the smell of it, seeing the visuals of it, the opening up the laundry room, seeing, and it's still warm just like it was that night that I couldn't sleep, you know, and I just sat in there. It allows me to see and remember that the disease of addiction is alive and well, and that I'm only one bad decision away from ending up back in here.
Yes.
And how grateful I am to be where I'm at today.
You and me both.
You know.
You talked about your counselor. You highlighted Guy Leeper. Guy Leeper was infamous. He's in my recovery as well, you know. But he also was here when I started working here in 2004, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing he did for you, he did the same thing for me. He walked me through this process.
Yeah.
And he taught me all that I know about counseling, right? You know.
Yeah.
So that's the good. So I think we need to. You know, we can't talk enough about Guy Leeper and what he brought to Tuerk House, right? And the impact that Guy Leeper still has on Tuerk House.
You know, I now followed in your footsteps, basically, and I found myself working in this world as well.
Exactly.
And when I get people that call me out of Baltimore, because I'm national, so I'm kind of all over, but when people that call me in Baltimore looking for help, the first direction that I point them in is the Tuerk House. You know, I'm a product of this environment.
Yes, you are.
I'm married to this narrative. It works. And it works so much so that I decided when I wrote my book, Dream Seller, I knew it needed to be impactful. I knew it needed to be interesting. And it had to be raw. I said, this is the place. This is the place.
This is it.
This is the place.
This is it.
You know, and I could go here for hours about memories and stories that happened.
It's emotional.
You know, it is.
It's emotional.
It is.
I see your passion. I hear your passion. It's bringing back more, isn't it?
It is.
More.
It really
and
is.
more. Yeah.
And the craziest thing was while I was in here and I was a client here, keep in mind I didn't believe that I could remain clean and sober.
That's right. For
You know?
a day.
No, I remembered the rules that were in place then that you weren't allowed to look out the windows, you know, for particular reasons, and I abided because my life, I was in so much pain that I was willing to follow your suggestions, and to come back here today, you know, seeing the juxtaposition from where I was at then, remembering that like I just felt like I was so internally unique, that I see that it works for you and him and her, but it can't work for me.
No.
But I bought into the concept, and I come here today getting ready to celebrate 6 years of continuous sobriety. And this, at the time I didn't recognize the importance, right? Like but what I've learned is that my life is like live forward and learn backwards.
Okay.
So now, having looked back, I can recognize all these synchronicity in life's events that have led me here today talking to you in the hallway that I curled up into the laundry room praying to God for just a little bit of peace that proves to me that God is real.